artists, we are going to measure out our areas for our first colored pencil project. So for this project, you're going to get 2 pieces of toned paper. This paper is going to be a nice thick weight. It's going to have a little bit of texture or grit to it. And it can be it's either going to be beige, gray, tan, dark brown, dark gray, might be a blue or a copper colored. Whatever it is, we like to use tone paper with colored pencils so that your colors show up a little more vibrant and also so that your white highlights really pop. So we're gonna have a series of 3 drawings based on a theme. So we need to measure out our 3 spaces first. So in each of your 2 papers, we're gonna measure out 2 4x6 boxes. And that will allow you to have the 3 that you're gonna need for your project and also a space for a 4th if you, for some reason, messed up on one or you wanted to restart one. You'll have that space there. But use your paper wisely and be careful with it. Okay, so we're not really concerned with centering it because in the end, we're gonna cut this out, so it doesn't matter if you directly center it. But what you wanna first do is what I just did here. I lined my ruler up with the edge of my paper. That will allow your ruler to be perpendicular and it won't give you slanty lines. So I'm going to start at the 1, and if I want it to be 6 inches long, I'm going to end at the 7. So I'm just giving myself a nice light line here from 1 to 7. Okay, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to line my ruler up at the top. Okay, and I'm going to then go from, I'll put my 1. I'm going to go down, if I need this to be 4 inches, I'm going to go from the 1 to the 5. I'm going to line this up again, and I'm going to go from the 1 to the 7. Now I'm going to close that box out right there. Okay, so that's going to be one of my spaces. I'm going to do the same thing down here. I go from the 1 to the 7, bring that down. I'm going to go from the 1 to the 5. So it's going to be 4 inches tall. It's going to be 6 inches wide. Okay. And when we work on our project, you're going to have the option of doing your images horizontal or vertical. But for measuring purposes, that doesn't really matter because if your paper's this way or if you turn your paper that way, that changes the orientation. So in the end, these are going to get trimmed out. So you have this space around. You can use the edges of this paper to do some colored pencil testing if you have to. And then just remember on your second sheet, when you measure this onto the other sheet, do 2 boxes. That way you always have that backup if you need it. And if you don't need it, you have some extra testing space, or you can save this bit of paper because this is some really good quality paper, and you can create something for yourself on it.